Scott.com. Always use your head.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DWI podcast. My name is PC Tony. I am your commissioner and the commissioner
of the United States
of them damn World Cups in America. And I'm joined, as always, by the man with the legend, the other half of the world's greatest tag team never. It's him, it is him, it does be the DPP.
I have not seen any scores or anything. I know it started today. Did they have any finals here yet already, or what?
The very first match of the 2026 World Cup is currently in the second half, in the 53rd minute, as Mexico leads the Republic of South Africa 1-0. South Africa also has a red card on them. They are down to 10, down a goal with about 37 minutes left.
That's going to be a little tough to come back from. I mean, I know it's only one goal, but when you're usually when you're down a man, it makes it a little more difficult.
Yeah, I think they scored in the 10th minute. I had quick. Turned it on right after I got home, right after that happened, and I haven't been paying too close attention. Been kind of had something to eat, getting some stuff ready here, but Mexico's looked in control here. They look to be just a better team than Republic of South Africa, and you're going to get that in the World Cup, right? You're just going to have some powerhouses in the globe that are going to be better than some of the smaller nations that are out there. So we'll see.
Yeah, Mexico's usually pretty decent team. Yeah, most of the times.
Yeah, decent quality talent on that team. So it's nice that the World Cup is back in the Americas here. I believe Mexico, Canada, and the U.S. are all hosting. So this is going to be going on for the next 5-6 weeks, I think.
Yeah, probably get through the group stages and get into the tournament itself.
U.S. plays tomorrow, then they play the following Friday, and then they play the following Thursday. They have Paraguay, Turkey,
Australia.
Yeah,
they got to do a pretty good group there. I think that's pretty good for them.
Next Friday, DP, that game against that match, I should say. Let's do proper footy terms here. That match is at 2 p.m. Eastern. I think we might have to maybe get 9 holes in and then go to the bar for the game. I'm available
next Friday. You say?
I'm available for a few Fridays.
You don't say.
I say.
I think that might be able to be arranged. That sounds like a good afternoon.
One would say, "Go! No.
Ole, 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 ole." No, it wasn't this year.
Jacob
There's the Vuvuzelas.
Batu. Ole. Jacob Batu. Well, that's a great way to bring it back. But yeah, I would venture to say that probably your Four Corners Sports podcast and right here on DWI, we're gonna have little World Cup discussions every single week, because honestly, I think Dan's like I am. It's so fun because of the global part of it, right? And the patriotism for everybody's own country, and just to see the global camaraderie to get together in the men's or the women's World Cup. You know, hockey kind of has the same thing too. So
yeah,
it's funny.
True.
I asked your brother earlier if if he wanted to give me a call. He said, "Sure, we'll do it." I knew he was busy at the time. He'd call me while we were recording.
Oh, of course he called you right now. Yeah,
literally calling right now. I was like, because I messaged him a couple hours ago. I'm like, "Hey, can you talk?" He's like, "I just stepped into a meeting." I'm like, "All right, I'll holler at me later." And then I was like, "He's gonna call. No matter what time we start recording, he's gonna call when we're recording."
It's usually how it goes.
Yeah,
well timing.
So where was I? What was I talking?
We were talking about the World Cup and hockey and how it's such a great it's a great international sport. And when the World Cup comes around, what was the hockey one that we just had too? Well, we had the
Four Nations.
The Four Nations tournament was really
awesome.
That
was the year before the Olympics.
Yeah, that was really cool. Then obviously you have the Olympics with U.S. taking home the gold, but those are always fun. I'll say turning it into a winner is you too. When they did a World Cup, used to have their own personal video game in between the FIFAs, and they would do a FIFA World Cup specifically. I remember the last one, it was the South Africa one, playing that one played that one to death basically because it was just so fun. And yeah, being able to play as different as the countries and stuff is just it's a lot of fun, and the atmosphere and the crowds are just that much more entertaining.
Yeah, it's it's that international flavor too, right? Like we talk about it in wrestling. Here's another good transition back into it. You get these
Mhm.
crowds and these groups of people that are so, you know, um, demonstrative and outgoing and excited and just willing to show their feelings in so many ways, right? Like that's the cool thing about sports in general, and even more so with the WWE. It's just like the WWE is this interactive show where you're actually part of it, right? Like you feel a part of it. Like let's talk about something. You want to talk about sports? Amazing things that have happened in the last 24 hours. How about that comeback last night against the Spurs
Oh,
team?
sweet Jesus.
Not a
This might
sports
be a
fan,
little
huh?
more. This might be a little more sports centric show than today for a little while.
Well, there's been so much going on with sports too, so I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, that was unfortunate. I mean, we both kind of picked the Spurs. We both thought the Spurs would kind of control this series, but man, it's been the Knicks. And yeah, yesterday I can't. I when they were up whatever it was 20, I can't remember 20 some points, and then they ended up being up 20 some at halftime, and I'm like, all right, they I know the NBA always does this. There's always this ridiculous swing and comeback, but I just didn't think it was going to happen in this game. I just thought, like, okay, we're getting to 2-2, and it's going to be a brand new series. But man, crazy comeback. Knicks are just kind of just, I mean, other than that first half, really controlling this series.
I would disagree. Actually, I think the Spurs probably it should be at least be the Spurs should probably be up 3-1. To be honest with you, but neither here nor there.
They're
I want to talk about last night. Would you categorize it, and you have to go on one side of the fence or the other? Did the Knicks win that game, or did the Spurs blow that game?
I think the Spurs blew that game.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're up that much at halftime, you're
They were up-
basically
They were
blowing
up
that
20.
game.
They were up 20 with 9 minutes and 33 seconds left in the game.
Yeah. That's a blown game. That's not.
And you're
I mean,
and you're one of the
an
best
NBA
defenses
team.
you're one of the best defenses in the world, right? You're up 20 with 9.5 minutes. You should look at each other and go, even if we don't score another point, we should win. That's how important defense is at that point in the game. And where was Wemby? I don't know. Did he get scared
Nowhere.
because he drew his third flagrant and he has 3 points? And if he gets one more, he's suspended for a game? I don't know. What is De'Aaron Fox thinking, not dribbling that ball back out to the top of the
Oh
key
my
and
God.
getting fouled? Or at least going strong up to the hoop so the ref has to call the foul instead of just kind of
Right. He
going
went for a
away
layup.
from. Yeah, that ball should have been
Get up
pulled
there and
back
dunk
out.
the shit out of it.
You can waste
That
3
should
4 more
easily be pulled back out.
seconds. Make your free throws. But yeah,
That shouldn't even gotten to that point anyway. Like you were saying though, like, at that point when you're up and you say, yeah, let's lock down our defense. We can it's 24 seconds. We can run the clock every time we're on offense. We don't need to do anything crazy there, and just coast through the rest of that game. I mean, yeah, and I don't know how you convince Wemby to say like, hey, if it was him being scared of getting that other personal flagrant foul because then he's suspended, to just go, hey, look, you got to play your game, and the hell with it. If they're gonna call it, they're gonna call it. But man, you can't lose that game at that point. It's insane. It should easily be 2-2.
it's fun to watch all the celebrities and all the people go crazy and all the jubilation and the roller coaster ride that they've been on. But and I sit and I watch the highlights and I see the reactions, and it's such a cool sports moment in history, not just New York basketball history, but sports history. And I still, in the back of my head, while I'm enjoying these people, their experience and how much fun they're having, I still in the back of my head go, I'm not in any way rooting for the New York team, though, by the way. Like at all. Like if you all lose the next 3 games, I won't feel bad for you a fucking bit. You're New York.
Right.
That's just kind of how I feel.
That's kind of like rooting. Yeah, it's rooting for the Yankees or rooting for, like I'm not. Yeah, I could give a crap if you win or lose. Like Knicks, I guess, haven't had as much success, I'll say, and anything. So, okay, fine. But like, yeah, I was like watching the Stanley Cup too. Like, I have nothing really that I care about when it comes to Las Vegas or Carolina, but I'm rooting for Carolina because Vegas just rubs me the wrong way, and they're such a young team. And I was like, man, they've won like 3 Stanley Cups. So if they win this one, like in whatever 9 years, I'm like, I don't want to root
Well,
for
the
that.
problem-
Like,
The problem people have
they
getting
should
behind the
suffer
Golden Knights,
like we have had to suffer.
Yeah,
Other teams have had to
it's not-
suffer for 30 years.
it's not their fault though. It's the NHL's fault.
Oh yeah,
they
'cause got
wanted
the
them
draft.
they wanted them to be. They wanted to make sure that they wouldn't be bad, right?
Right.
And in doing that, they made sure that they were way too good.
Yeah,
they
that
even
supplemental
had to dial
draft
those
tag.
back after the next couple
Phenomenal team.
expansions. So
Yeah, I know, but it's not. Yeah, I'm not saying whose fault it is or anything, but
no.
it's just, it's just like, no, screw you guys. Like, God damn it.
All right, before we get into the wrestling, folks, let me tell you, head on over to prowrestlingtees.com/thechairshot. Check it out. Tons of cool designs. Makes a great gift for the wrestling fan in your life any time of year. That's prowrestlingtees.com/thechairshot. Don't forget about thechairshot.com. Always use your head. Tons of awesome stuff happening over there right now. I think my favorite thing going on, and there's just so many good things happening, is the dream matches. They're just really cool. There's really cool art for them. So go check that out. Go check out everything over at thechairshot.com. When we come back, we're actually going to talk wrestling here on Podcast DWI 524 DP. Don't drink and drive. Drink and podcast. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
This is your boy Kenny Killer telling you to make sure you check out thechairshot.com, bringing you breaking news, interviews, podcasts galore, everything pro wrestling. Make sure you check it out, thechairshot.com.
Thechairshot.com. Always use your head.
Welcome back, DWI 524. Is that correct? I think that's correct. 524.
24, you got it.
DPP and PC Tunney here with you. The World Cup has begun. The NBA and NHL finals are in full swing. And now it's time to talk some wrestling, DP. I'm not going to go down Raw and SmackDown like I've been doing the last few times. I just kind of want to get into the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring first. Some results we've had, and then we can kind of get into the bigger picture. What do we got? Two more weekends before? Yeah, the 27th is Night of Champions. So, all right, another daytime PLE. Gotta love that.
Yes.
So we have a
over there all they want.
Yeah. We have a challenger for Obafemi, and it's Dominic Mysterio, DP.
Yeah. We thought it was either going to be him or Braun, but I am absolutely fine with that. I think that's going to be a really fun match. And if they're looking for any way to get Obafemi out of this, you thought Dom was going to take this whole thing, this would be the time.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. They could totally do something with Judgment Day or little Brock Lesnar favor to Dominic Mysterio, something like that. But It should be an interesting match. Did you see the kind of interaction they had to open Raw? I think it was to open Raw, right, Dom?
I was going to say, yeah, they had the confrontation and
JD
JD McDonough come in and
it's like, oh shit, that didn't work.
Doing what he does best, yeah. taking one hell of a bump and everything too. I imagine you'll see all of them involved in this match when they have it here next week.
That's going to be a huge match. Would you close Raw with that or open Raw with that?
Oh. If you're going to have Brock Lesnar interfere, I think you close with it if he's going to be there. Otherwise, you could open with it.
Yeah. All right. Well, surprise, surprise on the other side, the conclusion that we had drawn, the assumption, the ass you and me have become from assuming Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins are out of the tournament, my friend. And
earlier than we thought, though.
And that thing that I said about wouldn't it be amazing if Javon Evans pulled up the upset against Obafemi is in play. Think about that.
Yes, it is.
What if the running storyline between those two is Oba just can't beat Javon Evans? The only guy he can't beat.
I would be 100% fine with that if they want to pick a guy like that, and he has to figure out somehow, some way to finally beat him down the road. Would be great. Yeah, you got your shot here.
2-0 Mexico scores.
Oh boy,
67th
there
minute
it is.
off of a chip into the box and a header. Mexico proving to be the class of the matchup here to open up the World Cup, and the fans go wild. Did Oba officially take over the spoiler prediction on Monday Night Raw? Considering that he's the first one to break that from Paul Heyman, and now he's come out and said it's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. I will be the king of the ring.
I'm gonna say no, because I think he's just proving the point that that feud is not over.
Would it be cool though if he took that from them and used it moving forward?
I think it'd be great. He's the guy. If they're gonna make him, the next big thing, why not? Like give him that moniker, let him use that for the next decade. He's the one that starts to do that kind of stuff, and I wouldn't have any problem with that.
Who is going to take on Javon Evans? You got Jey Uso, LA Knight, Royce Keys, and Finn Balor. I mean, LA Knight seems to be starting to feud with Jey Uso. Royce Keys, Finn Balor doesn't seem like as sexy a matchup as the other two against Javon Evans. How you feeling here to finish out the final four of the King of the Ring tournament?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it totally could be anybody. LA Knight, yeah, kind of reigniting the Uso feud with the bloodline and everything. So they could easily take each other out. We kind of thought Jey Uso would be the one moving on because he's, been tasked by Roman to go get the other title. So it could certainly be him at least moving on to face Javon Evans. Royce Keys and Finn Balor are kind of the interesting dark horses in this match. Royce Keys is seems to be getting somewhat of a decent push, putting him in, with Gunther.
If you gave Keys a really good victory here, made him look really good, and then had Javon Evans get over Royce Keys in an excellent match, you'd be feeding the fuel of people believing in the fact that Javon Evans can beat a bigger guy.
Yeah. Yeah. And especially if he's going up against Oba. That gives him that proof, and it also gives Royce Keys and Javon Evans a chance to go one-on-one, and two of your other talents that are looking to be kind of the future of the business in WWE maybe.
Right.
Would be a really good kind of semifinal matchup to show off. Finn Balor is probably the one that's out of this and probably doesn't win it. However, with Dom still in there, would any reason that they would have Dom and Finn be in the finals and have to face each other again? I don't know. I hope not, but I certainly could see that being possible.
Right. All right, let's kick it over to the women's side. Io Sky, we had known this already. She's in waiting. Her opponent will be Raquel Rodriguez, DP. And on the other side, Liv Morgan advances. So are we moving towards Liv versus Raquel in the finals of this thing?
Boy, I hope not. I don't know why would Raquel win that match? To me, it doesn't make any sense. There's no reason.
It could start the split of the Judgment Day if Raquel wins and then picks Liv. Liv comes in the next day. Great match. That was awesome. I'm so happy for you. You're totally going to beat Rhea Ripley. And Raquel's just like, no, I don't think I'm going to beat Rhea Ripley. What do you mean? Yeah, you can beat. No, Liv, I'm going to beat you.
Certainly possible. I kind of would have picked Roxanne to do that, to be that one. But yeah, if they're going that way, I have no interest in a Liv Morgan Raquel Rodriguez match at SummerSlam. Like, just to me, that doesn't scream main event for them. I don't know, but we kind of had the thought that Liv would win this thing since she's got placed in it. So I kind of feel like with her winning the first match that she is going to the finals. But I don't see Io or Raquel
I could
beating
see
her. I mean,
Io
Rio
winning it.
fine, 'cause
After
that's-
Io getting left off of WrestleMania, they're like, well, don't worry, you're gonna stay. We're gonna give you the Queen of the Ring, main event
Well,
SummerSlam.
And who's the other champion? Rhea
Rhea.
Ripley,
Exactly.
her best friend.
Yeah.
So she could go after that too, or even if she wants to, whether or not she stays and goes after Liv. But
Right.
we could reignite Liv or Rhea and Io again.
The last spot left in the semifinals will come from the Fatal 4-Way between Sol Ruca, who just defeated Lyra Valkyria to retain her IC title,
Yeah.
and then Charlotte Flair and Jade Cargill.
Yeah, that's interesting. That Sol and Lyra had a match here, and they're going to have this be part of the tournament here too. So they had a really good match too on Raw. I think I lean towards Charlotte. You lean towards Lyra on this. When we first talked about it, having Sol and Lyra wrestle each other for the IC title kind of, I don't know, makes me believe neither of them are going to make it there, and we're going to get Charlotte or Jade. But I am looking forward to Charlotte and Jade having their regular one-on-one feud. I just don't know who's going to come out. I think whoever comes out here is going to lose to Liv Morgan. Let's say that. But I think I'd stick with Charlotte. I think Liv beating Charlotte is kind of a big deal. So I guess we'll go with that.
Unless you put your IC champ against your world champ in the semi there, you could put Sol against Liv.
Yeah. And be another great way to show off Sol Ruca's talent and everything, and say, hey, it's why you're still the mid-carder or whatever, or to show like, hey, she can, even though she's got the IC title, she can hang with the champ.
Right. This close.
But yeah, it's a tough one. I think whoever comes out of that is not making it past Liv Morgan, though. I think whatever you do, Liv's got to be in the finals at this point, just based on the story they were telling and why she was in this tournament in the first place, considering she's a champion.
Right. Well, what else do we have here? Penta defeated Ray in an IC match. We got Chad Gable's back, making amends with the entire
return was awesome.
Lucha community. Yeah. Go ahead.
That was awesome. I really want to. I still have yet to watch the match between him and between the El Grande Americanos. I've heard it's really phenomenal. I've just saw the ending where he takes the mask off and everything, and this is really what we wanted for Chad Gable, right? This is the turning of the story, and I really hope they do something really good with him. It was awesome to see him back, and the huge pop that he got could be really good things for him. I'm really looking forward to what they do with him. Sounds like they're going to drop him into the IC title picture. I hope they give him a world title shot here down the line, especially if they're going to have like Gunther win the title. Gunther and Chad Gable had hell of a match. I think Chad Gable was the first one to beat him by count out while he was champion during that IC title run. So could be really awesome if they do it right.
Another thing going on, and speaking of title pictures, it looks like Sami Zayn is trying to insert himself into the Cody and Gunther storyline there. Gunther looks to be in line for his rematch with having the leg, and being called the match, being called that way by the ref. But is Sami done enough to insert himself into this? Do we see a triple threat? Do we see Gunther taking the belt off of Cody with the pinning Sami? Something like that.
I think I would absolutely love to see Sami get his title shot at it. I know we've talked about, hopefully him getting the title run at some point here, especially with upcoming WrestleManias and where they are. I love that they're inserting him into this. He's obviously got the history with both of them,
right?
And him in completely solidifying himself as a heel by costing Cody Rhodes this match and having Gunther win it. Whether or not he's actually in the match, I think there's maybe they keep it one-on-one, and Sami Zayn costs Cody. Like Cody's like, no, you're not. You don't need to be in this match. You have no business being here. And he finally snaps on Cody and says, no, I'm done with this, and costs him the title. And we have our Gunther title run coming up here. I think that certainly gives Cody the out one way or another, if he's in the match and gets pinned, or if he's just cost him the match altogether. and you could have Cody and Sammy have a feud for a while here, and gets Cody out of the title picture, and we can move on with Gunther and anybody else. Oba, if that's where they're going for
Right.
SummerSlam, I don't know.
Anything else on your periphery here in the WWE that we didn't bring up today? This might be a short show today, folks. We got some weather coming through, so
we're chasing the rain.
Yeah, we don't. We just kind of the Wi-Fi gets touchy when it's like we get these really bad pop-up storms as we get into the summer here. So with the humidity raising and dropping, it's crazy because it was really humid late this morning, and then it rained, and I went out to my car. And I was like, oh, the temperature just dropped 12 degrees after it stopped raining because it got rid of some of the humidity. But yeah, we're trying to get in ahead of the storms here, but we got a good 10 or so minutes left. But DP, anything wrestling wise before we maybe talk of some non-wrestling to close the show?
Not other than I can think of. I mean, the King and Queen of the Ring is kind of the big thing going on, and we've had such really good side stories going as well. I mean, we kind of hit them all, and I think Chad Gable is the one I really wanted to hit, just because I think now that they're moving him on from the mask and bringing that story back around, I really think that one's going to take off, and I really hope better things, or even better things for Chad Gable, because he definitely deserved it.
Yeah, I agree. 100%. Rey Mysterio is on 6 Feet Under with The Undertaker this week. It's a really fun conversation. I mean, that's a really good, fun conversation there.
Why? With general manager and Booker for the AAA?
AAA,
Sure.
There you go. So DP and I, we went and saw The Mandalorian. And if you're a Star Wars fan, you know what the AT-AT is, right? But do you know what the AT-RT was? The smaller version at the start of The Mandalorian. And the pilot of said vehicle is our newest Lego helmet.
Hey, he's got it. Nice.
Oh yeah, I got the email. I could have pre-ordered it if I wanted to, and I'm like, no, I will go to Target and buy it like I always do.
There you go.
Which is funny. I had a gift card for $25 for Target that I was just holding on to for a couple months. I'm like, oh, that takes
why not?
out of
what else are you gonna get?
From $74.99 down to $49.99, baby. So yeah.
Beautiful.
Once again, I'll reiterate: if you have a new inbox Stormtrooper, TIE Fighter, or Iron Man, please at me over here at PC Tunney. On Twitter, email me PCTunney at thechairshot.com. But how about you, DP? Oh, he's reaching. He's always got something going on over there. Mine is a little bit more
prepped and ready. I went a little bigger.
Uh-oh, what did he get? Oh, wow,
I got the helicarrier.
Yeah, that's the Marvel helicarrier, right?
Yeah, I had to get this one. That just came out as well, but
how many pieces is that?
Gigantic, 3,057 pieces.
Oh my God.
We've got a good amount of minifigures in here as well. Since we're live,
do you want to know? Okay, before you tell me the minifigures, I just want to tell you, because I'm looking at it. It's not even 100 more pieces than the Black Panther bust, by the way.
That thing was that? Wow, Jesus.
2961, the Black Panther bust.
Shit.
So I know how heavy that's a heavy box, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The one you can start getting up over 2,500. It's like really heavy. All right. This is always our biggest question that Dan and I want to know. What minifigs do we get with the helicarrier?
So we got Phil Coulson is in here, along with Nick Fury and Maria Hill as well. Then we got the heroes, Captain America, Hawkeye, and my favorite, the Winter Soldier, is in here as well. So
there we go.
Pretty sweet setup there. If I
would imagine Coulson's probably one of the rarer minifigures on there. Hey, and
I don't think he's in any other set at this point. Yeah. I think Phil Cole. I think this is the new one. I want to say Maria Hill might be in another one because they've done a couple helicarriers. She might be in another one.
All right. Well, we haven't talked Lego in a while, so there's that front. I mean, we hit the NHL, we hit the NBA, we hit the World Cup, we hit Raw, we hit SmackDown, we got Night of Champions coming up. Huge Saturday Night's main event coming up next month.
Madison Square Garden.
MSG, man. Speaking of MSG, so yeah, just a whole lot of fun going on right now. It's kind of an in-between week here. Next week will kind of be an in-between week. Maybe we'll do a special list show or something, a favorites show next week to kind of bolster the time up a little bit. But then after that, we're right into our Night of Champions review, and then it's just the road to we're on the highway to hell to SummerSlam, folks, for early August. So that should be nice.
Yeah.
That should be nice right there. But I think that's it for today. I would say look out for next Friday. Look out for some social media pictures of golfing and World Cup beer having. That's our plan. So you guys come up with your own plans. But DP, quick shoe, let everybody know where they can find you.
Well, you can find me all over the worldwide social media interwebs at It's Me DPP right there. And you can follow this show at Podcast DWI on that X or Facebook.com/DWI Podcast.
I love it. I love it. Don't forget about ProWrestlingTees.com/The Chair Shot, folks. TheChairShot.com. Always use your head. Follow me at PC Tunney. If you want to get a hold of me, email me PCTunney@TheChairShot.com or follow and DM me on X. Those are the best ways. But until next time, this has been DWI 524. Don't drink and drive, folks.